Namaste. Um, I have things in my mind, on my mind, um, but I'll start talking after the Kabbalah prayer. I hadn't, yeah, I've realized that I can't really talk that well before I do my Kabbalah prayer because of my current condition. So, and it strains me to speak. So I'm, you know, it's very forced. The Kabbalah prayer makes it easier. If, or I like, as I mentioned before, if I don't do the Kabbalah prayer, I am more dead than having done it. So without further interruption, I'm gonna do my Kabbalah prayer, and if there are still things on my mind, I'll just speak it. That's what I'll do from now. It helps me. There are a lot of things on my mind, and I'm pretty much PG-13 in real life, so it's not like bad things. I don't know if you've watched the latest video. I realized while talking that, all I want to do is to live in a beautiful world. That's the answer to my hardships. Okay, so I don't know, I'm talking. I can't talk and I'm talking. Yeah, let us do this incense thingy. So I'll just start and finish, and then if I still want to talk, I'll talk after the Kabbalah prayer, before the chanting of the mantra. Mantra. Sorry, I'm pronouncing it like modern people. It's mantra. Namaste. And I'm still using my old phone. I got the same version of the new phone. It's not new. It's recertified, but it should work better than the current one. Because I don't have a protective cover for the new phone yet. I'm using the old phone right now, and I dropped it, so it doesn't focus very well, and among other things. So yeah, I'm still talking. I can't talk. All right. So what I'm doing now is empty invocation of the Hare Krishna mantra, and right now I'm lighting up my incense. I say Shri Shri Agni, and that means Lord Agni. Agni is the god of fire, and I circle around the mantra 7 times. And if you're feeling insecure, you could do 8 times. Sometimes I do it 10 times just to make sure. And then I read what is written on there, which is the mantra. So it's Namaste. Namaste once again means I pay respects to you. That's the meaning I use most of the time. There are other meanings, but I pay respects to you seems to fit the best. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And once again, it's not Krishna or Krishna. That those two aren't even words in Sanskrit. It's Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. And the reason being, if there should be a reason, Krishna literally means black or dark. So it should sound like Krishna, dark. I bow down to it in the beginning. If you're of the Sanatana Dharma, you're supposed to bow in the beginning and at the end of the incense going out. I don't do the at the end because I don't have. I'm in pain. I don't have the um, physical capabilities to do it. It's not in me, and religion should not be a burden to you. It should be beneficial to you. Religion for man, man for not. Religion for man, not man for the religion. God doesn't need anything from you. Period. Only love, love God and love your neighbors. That's the only thing. Those two are the only thing. Namaste. This book is called A Prayer of the Kabbalist by Yehuda Berg. He was at the time of his writing here. It's a 2007 book, and he was number 4 rabbi in the United States. One of the 50 top rabbis in the United States, and he was number 4. And demons are acting up. Demons go into people and people act up. That's what I mean. Not demons, people act up according to their own desires. Yahusha, that's Jesus' real name. He talked about demons all the time. Unclean spirits. Ana bekoak getulat yamineka. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna do this over. I forgot to put up the. So, these are the 42 names of God. And this is a Jewish Kabbalah thing. Not even all Jews know about this. Just, consider yourself privileged. It's an ancient prayer too. I don't know for how long, but we're talking thousands of years. So today's Monday, so each day has a line. So Sunday is the first one, and then Saturday is the last one. I'm gonna stop at Monday because today's Monday, and there are angels corresponding to each day. So Monday has a set of angels, which I'm gonna get to right after reading up to Monday. So here we go. And today is the Tammuz ended yesterday or last night, and now is the month of Av. Av is the angel for Av is Wednesday. It's not that he rules on Wednesdays. That's just his corresponding day. So I'm gonna stop at line 4. You can't see it. Okay. But yeah, the first line is number 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna stop at number 4. But that's after scanning the letters of the angels of the day for today, which is Monday. So I'm gonna stop at line 2, which corresponds to Monday. Okay, here we go. Ana bekoak getulat yemineka tatir gerura gabel rinat ameka sagvenu taharenu nora. And you read, there are 6 names per line. You read each line in pairs of twos. So the first two, and then a little pause, and then the next two, and then a little pause, and the next two, and then take a bigger pause, and then read the next line and continue. So right now I stopped at Monday, because right now it's Monday, and these are the angels for, if I could show it, for Monday. There you go. So that's those are the angels for Monday. And what you do is you scan. Hopefully it's not fuzzy. In the future, if and when my condition improves, I'll scan it better so it's more parallel, aligned, and more legible if it's fuzzy. I don't think this one's that fuzzy, but some pages I think are like maybe like Thursday or something. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, you scan from right to left, starting from the top, and why do you do this? When there's a contact with the eyes with the letters, you activate the angels. So, and I say Namaste. Namaste, once again, has many meanings. The one meaning that I use is I pay respects to you. Okay. Give you a few more seconds to catch up if you're doing what I'm doing. You know, vape nicotine. Okay, so now we're going back to the 42 names. Sorry, oof, that was close. My table is kind of messy. Okay, so now we're starting from line 3, which is Tuesday, because we read up to Monday. So same thing. You read in pairs of twos, and there's a little pause between the pairs. 나 기보르 도르쉐이 이후데카 게바바트 쇼무다무 바르케무 다하레무 라카메이 지드카테카 다미드 고무다무. I'm gonna stop there because the angel for Av, the month of Av, there's a such thing as a Jewish calendar, and we're in the year 5784 according to that Jewish calendar. It has 12 months, which I'll show you right now. So it has 12 months. So right now it's the month of Av. And if you want to know when the month starts, you could Google it. When does a particular month start? So after Leo, month Av is what is it? Libra, which is Tishrei. Oh no, sorry. Virgo. Elul. Elul. Sorry, scratch that. So after Ava is Elul. Sorry. So, and what I do, or what the book says to do, is hang the letters over your head, above your head, and meditate on it. And then what I do afterwards is turn the letters into white, because if you look at the letters, there are black letters. So you meditate on the black letters hanging above your head for a little while, and then turn the letters into white, and still hang them above your head and meditate on that for a little while. The white transformation is more powerful. So the book doesn't specify it. I start with the original letters and then turn them into white. I think some people just do white letters, but it's harder for me to meditate on it. So I start with the original color. Here we go. Okay. And then after the meditation on the angel of the month, you do this thing called laying on of hands, which is Christian terminology, and this is the actual laying on of hands. It's called Tikukun Hanefesh. Christians have theories about what laying on of hands is, so they make stuff up. Tikukun Hanefesh is at least 4,000 years old. Yeah, don't make stuff up, please. Or try not to, or try to keep it to yourself if you're making stuff up. But this is the actual laying on of hands to heal. It removes even death from your body if done properly, and that takes practice, and with practice comes perfection, hopefully. But yeah, and what you do is scan the letters, and it starts from the skull, and number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It goes over all your bodily organs basically, and you put your hand above so skull is like the back of the head, base of the head, or back of the neck, and you glide it around the organs, and imagine a bright light coming from your hand and destroying the sickness or death from the body, and also you disperse the energy transform the energy into love and kindness and disperse it around you. So you can't just clean yourself. There has to be some exhaust system, and that's what it is. You're dispersing the negativity from the body into love and kindness around you while you're gliding your hand over the organs. So, and the letters, pretty much like half of the letters at least says Yahweh, 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 Yahweh. And if you're a Christian, you should know what that means. I'm not gonna say what it means. Most Jews don't even say Yahweh because the Messiah isn't here yet. And they say Adonai. Adonai means Lord. So whenever they see Yahweh, they just say Adonai. But if you're not Jewish and if you don't know how to read Hebrew, then you wouldn't know what they're doing. So they're kind of doing this in secret. And since most Jews won't tell you this, what I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna tell you this anyway. And I said it in another video. I was ranting and it just came up. I'll just tell you, and whether it's really up to you whether you believe it or not. Some Jews believe in Yahusha, that's Jesus' real name, and they'll never tell you about it. They'll never tell you that. They'll never ever, especially if you're a non-Jew, they'll never ever ever tell you that they believe in Yahusha. I understand why. Are Jews better people? What if I don't answer that question? Would that be an answer for you? And if you're of the Sanatana Dharma, let me remind you that this is not Satya Yuga. This is not even Dvapara Yuga. Now I'm speaking like modern people. Yuga, not Yuga. Yuga. That's Sanskrit. This is not even Dvapara Yuga. This is definitely not Satya Yuga. This is Kali Yuga. Kali, the age of demon gods. Demon gods are something else than demons. Demons are what you see in the news, the crime, the stuff that people do. Some, not all people. It's not the zombie apocalypse yet, not yet anyway. But this is the age of demon gods. Just meditate on that if you're of the Sanatana Dharma. Krishna was sustaining all the gods until he passed away. So all the other gods lost their full potency since 5,000 years ago, which was the beginning of Kali Yuga. And that's the age of the demon gods. So that's why I do what I do, because I'm not in Satya Yuga. If I were in Satya Yuga, I wouldn't be doing this. I wouldn't be, I would be just, I guess, reading Sanskrit and saying but this is not Satya Yuga. This is not even Dvapara Yuga. This is Kali Yuga. So in the age of Kali, you must do what you must do to survive in Kali Yuga. And for me, this is the best tool ever. Without it, I would have been dead a few years ago, to say the least. So now hopefully you have an idea of why I do what I do. I do what I do because this is Kali Yuga, and I'm saying this to those of the Sanatana Dharma or the Hindus. This is not Satya Yuga. Don't confuse yourselves. Look at the world. Have you watched the news lately? the things that are happening compared to 5,000 years ago. Um, okay, I need nicotine after having said that. But yeah, I'm gonna, each day when I do my Kabbalah prayer, and it'll be shorter than the day before, I'll quickly tell you, what I'm doing, so you have an idea of what I do, and just, not just uh, judge me as being blasphemous. Blasphemous. I can't even say that word because of my injury. And blasphemy. He's connecting two different religions. I'm a Kabbalist, Jewish Kabbalist. A Kabbalist has the privilege of utilizing all other religions if it seems advantageous to the self, or if it helps God, basically. And there's a God in every one of you, every one of us, and hopefully there's a God in me too. So I'm helping that God. And if you're a Christian, it just says Yahweh, 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 Yahweh. You can't call me blasphemous. Do you even know your religion? Do you know that the entire Bible was written by Jews? Think about that for a second. And no Jews will ever admit to you if they believe in Yahusha, unless you have a soulmate that's Jewish. Yeah. Okay. Nicotine. And I wrote this in my bio because I felt the need to. I'm an eggless vegetarian. I've been a vegetarian, for Hindu vegetarian, in other words, for 8 years. And I don't eat meat or fish or shellfish, and not even eggs or anything that kind of like moves around before it becomes food. Um, Sorry, I had to say that because some people seem to assume that because I use nicotine, that I must do other things. I did other things before, but I wasn't filming myself then. I'm able to film myself because I'm becoming more sober every day. I don't drink. I don't ever plan to drink again until the day Yahusha comes back. That's another name for Jesus. And why? Because Yahusha himself said, I will not drink again until I come back and drink it anew with you in the kingdom of heaven. So, and I still won't drink, but if Yahusha says drink, then I must drink. But he has to tell me that personally, because I won't drink at all. Drinking is for you drink when you're making kids, like after marriage, and you have to go to bed with your spouse. That's when you drink, so you could have kids. It's time for celebration. You drink to celebrate. So, but it's nothing to celebrate in this world right now, for me anyway. So it's drinking is kind of pointless. And if you're down and miserable, and and you drink on top of that, you're not making it better. That's all I could say. Okay, without further interruption. Get that? So you glide over your organs for a few seconds. That's what the book says. So don't overdo it. There's always the next day. This is a daily prayer. If you feel like you haven't healed it completely that day, do it tomorrow. Hokma, Bina. And now I'm doing number 8. That's the nose, and I turn it right side left because the letters are kind of not upside down, but it's right side left. And you hold the right nose longer than the left nose. The right nose represents fragrance. That's why I light up the incense went out because I'm talking so much. I light up the incense for the fragrance. It helps me to meditate on the fragrance, and it stands for mercy. And the left nose stands for the smoke. So you're actually making incense by meditating. So the right nose is for fragrance, left nose is for the smoke. And then if you combine fragrance and smoke, you make incense. And then after the nose, I'll do the nose, and then I'll explain what I do. So you hold because the right nose stands for mercy, and I think left nose gets rid of the negativity or the smoke part, the positive and getting rid of negativity. Let me see here. Oh yeah, it banishes the forces of death from the body. That's what the left nose stands for. So death removing, mercy for the right nostril, removing death for the left nostril, and you hold the right nose longer, a little longer than the left nose. The reason being, you want a lot more mercy than the force of destroying death. That's my theory anyway. It says you hold your right hand over your right nostril for a few seconds longer than your left nostril. So I pretty much do twice the amount of time that I do the right nose than the left nose. Yeah. And then after you do that, it's number 10, the mouth. Starting from the mouth, you're using the incense that you've created with your right and left nostril to heal the body, entire body. And so it starts with the mouth, and then the right arm, and then the left arm, then the body, and etc. My point. So what helps me, it doesn't say it in the book. I breathe in the incense, and then I direct it to my healing. The book doesn't say it, but it helps me. So that's why if you've seen me, breathe in, starting at number 10, the mouth. That's what I do. I breathe in the incense, and then heal the body with my healing hand. And you use your right hand. This is according to the book to heal. You don't use your left hand. The people of the Sanatana Dharma have a tradition. They use the right hand to eat and the left hand to wipe. Too much information. But yeah, so the right hand is for healing. According to the Tikukun Hanepesha, that means laying on of hands to heal. That's the actual Christian laying on of hands. Now, I'm not making this stuff up. This thing is at least 4,000 years old, according to the Jewish tradition. And some Jews don't even know what Tikukun Hanefesh is, because they don't know the 42 names of this Kabbalah prayer. They don't know, and some Jews don't know anything about it, which is kind of a mystery to me, because it makes me question things. It's like, why don't you know? I wasn't even born Jewish. Okay. I take some things back. Maybe all Jews do know about Tikukun Hanefesh, which is what I'm doing, laying on of hands. But some of them don't know the Kabbalah prayer, because not every Jew is a Kabbalist. So yeah, just like in Christianity, there are some denominations. In Judaism, there are the Orthodox Jews, and there are traditional Jews, and there are Reformed Jews. And I belong to the Reformed Jews, or I'm trying to convert into the Reformed denomination. And among that denomination, I'm a Kabbalist. So I'm trying to be. I'm in the process of converting. It's taking a long time. I think it'll happen. Chasad. Gevura. Tiferet. Jeet. Natsak. Natsak. There you go. My music died. Oh, sorry. Give me found out that YouTube doesn't pick up. YouTube doesn't pick up your, or Twitch doesn't pick up your music if you put it really, really low, and if you have a cheap sound system that doesn't pick up everything. I don't like cheap setups for now. Hold. Yes, hold. 말을 쳤대. was tekukun hanefesh, or in a Christian terminology, it means laying on of hands, and that's the genuine version, not made up stuff. And yeah, I could talk forever. Yeah, don't make stuff up. If you make stuff up, keep to yourselves, please. And if you call me a blasphemer, I'll say I'm doing things according to the tradition. Okay, so now the last line is read silently, and I whisper. Baruch Shama Kabod Meikuto Leolam Baed. Namaste. Okay, so before maybe I should write the mantra. I write the Hare Krishna mantra, mantra. I'm talking like you people, like modern people. Aren't you modern too? I'm old. Nicotine. Okay. So right after the Kabbalah prayer, what I do is write the Hare Krishna mantra once, and also write Namaste. Writing Namaste daily has helped me to say Namaste and in its proper times and with confidence. So let me show you let me get this out of the way. Ta-da! Okay. So, yeah. Let me show you what I've written so far. Yeah, sorry about my camera. It has lost its focusing capabilities. Hopefully you could make that out. And one really good thing about it is if a person of Sanatana Taima, that's another term for Hindus. You see, if Hindus see what I'm writing or what I've written, it automatically confirms their faith. There's no convincing involved. There's no, oh, you must do this or you'll die in hell forever and ever. You, you show, this to a Hindu or a person, I don't like the term Hindu that much, a person of Sanatana Taima, that person becomes nearer to liberation. It's like, how is it possible? Oh, my religion must be true. But let me remind you that this is Kali Yuga, this is not Satya Yuga, and this is not even Dvapara Yuga. Krishna passed away 5,000 years ago. Krishna was sustaining all the other gods, whether you believe that or not. That's why India used to have, it was a magical kingdom. It was full of magic, miracles. Like we're talking like Yahusha, that's another name for Jesus. Yahusha's level miracles. And kind of started disappearing from 5,000 years ago. And Buddha was actually Indian. He's not East Asian. That's what I'm trying to say here. And Buddha passed away about 2,500 years ago, and he was the direct incarnation of Brahma. So when he passed away 2,500 years ago, and we're talking about Buddha, things really, really started getting worse. And the gods started losing even more of their potencies than before. So, yeah. The power still remains in Sanskrit, but it doesn't. Not that many people anyway. I'll even go and say I might be blaspheming. Nobody knows how to read Sanskrit properly anymore. It seems. That's how I feel. Cause that's why I feel like I'm all alone. Because I should show what I'm doing at least. I'm gonna try to zoom in. I already wrote Paravum. Sorry, my desk is messy. There you go. It's focusing a little better. So yeah, if a person of Sanatana Dharma sees what I'm writing, it's like a form of miracle to them. That's why I show what I do, because if you're a religious person and are trying to convert someone, there should be no convincing involved. You just show what you do. And that's a proper way to convert someone, is to show what you do, not to tell them what to do, or else they'll go to hell forever and ever and ever. That's like being a child, childish way, like a bratty child. If you don't do what I say, watch what'll happen to you. the pennies going out. It's like nothing's forever. Yeah, I'm gonna get a different pen. It's like, no, he doesn't know how to write. That's why he's not. No, my pen ran out. Don't make assumptions. That's what I wrote today. Yeah, there you go. So if you're chanting, if you're a Hare Krishna devotee and are chanting 16 rounds or more per day, my suggestion, this is purely because it's advantageous. I'm not forcing anybody to do anything at all. But I'll just say from my point of view, writing out the mantra has helped me tremendously in pronouncing the mantra. And I'm only saying this to the devotees who recite the mantra 16 times or more per day. The 16 times takes, like, if you're mispronouncing it and if you're just being gibberish, it takes like 2 hours. If you're saying it properly, it should take you longer. So yeah, I'm saying this to people who see. I'm not even a Hare Krishna devotee in this life. I'm talking to those of Sanatana Dharma, and I'm writing this every day. How are you not writing this every day? I'm a Jewish Kabbalist, for God's sake, and my name is Mr. Pig. I'm writing this. Why aren't you writing it? And you're a devotee. Sorry. I'm not trying to accuse you, but it's counterintuitive if you don't write it every day, and if you're chanting so much, might as well write it once a day. If you're spending 3 hours a day chanting the mantra, like writing it once a day should be like I don't want to say helpful. It should be like a privilege. It should be like, but if you don't know how to write it, and it's hard to find it on the internet, like how to write, and some people don't write it the proper way. The way I'm writing it is the proper way. So if you watch my videos over and over, or just go back to how I wrote it, rewind it and watch it over and over and over, you'll figure it out because you're a devotee. You will figure it out. I write Namaste for my own sake. This is a personal thing for me. So I'm not asking you to write Namaste. That's my personal Sanskrit writing. But if you're a Hare Krishna devotee, try it out. Because you'll be surprised how much your mantra improves, and God starts answering your prayers, to say the least. Or not. I don't know what your karma is. I have a terrible karma, so even if I write it, I still have to deal with so many things. But yeah, and I'm writing this primarily to Hindus, or those of the Sanatana Dharma. I'm not even a Hindu. I'm a Jewish Kabbalist. I'm writing this every day. How are you not writing this every day? It's once a day. It takes like 1 minute. Thank you very much. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Okay, so I'll read what it says here. Namaste. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yeah, it's if I didn't write it every day, I wouldn't be able to chant 32 rounds a day. And this is strictly to the Hare Krishna devotees. Yeah, it would have been impossible for me. It would be impossible for me to chant 32 rounds without having it written once a day. And that's my point here. Now I'm gonna talk for a little while or just spill out whatever's in my mind. So once again, the Sanskrit, if you've checked out my Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad or the Yoga Sutra videos, the pronunciation that I use is the pronunciation that people used 5,000 years ago. If you've noticed, my Sanskrit pronunciation sounds different than how the people of Sanatana, Dharma, or Hindus pronounce it. Even the Sanskrit scholars don't pronounce it the way I do because the pronunciation has been lost, and that's written in your own Hindu scripture. In the days of Kali Yuga, people won't speak Sanskrit anymore. So whatever Sanskrit they're speaking is not the Sanskrit they spoke 5,000 years ago. And let me remind you that Sanskrit is the mother language of Indo-Europeans. About 90% of Europeans came from India, and they spoke Sanskrit perfectly 5,000 years ago. There are a lot of French pronunciation which has been lost completely over 5,000 years. And I'm kind of repeating myself. The word Ganuesha, 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 that's the elephant god, not Ganesha. Ganesha is not even a word, as far as I know. So, if Ganesha is not answering your prayers, well, now you know why. Yeah, Ganesha sounds European. Ganesha doesn't sound European. And Sanskrit is the mother language of Indo-Europeans. And it started disappearing 5,000 years ago, and it started really, really disappearing 2,500 years ago. And we're talking about the pronunciation. Nobody, as far as I know, people don't differentiate between sha and sh, and da, or at least sh, sha and sh. They just da and the, and na and no, and ta and te, and ta and te, di and dui, ti and tui, ni and nui. There's a lot of French pronunciations in Sanskrit, like noir, And if you're speaking proper Sanskrit, it should sound European. And that might be an understatement. But it's Sanskrit is also known as the language of the angels. So if you're Christian, it literally means speaking in tongues. Don't make stuff up, when you're speaking in tongues. Or if you're making stuff up, keep to yourselves. Sanskrit is the language of angels. In the Old Testament, 2 angels came to Sodom and Gomorrah and completely pulverized the 2 cities. They did it through reciting Sanskrit, or the language of angels. They didn't do it with fists or violence. They did it with words. They spoke, or they chanted mantra. It could have been the Hare Krishna mantra, and they spoke. Angels should speak Sanskrit perfectly, Otherwise, they're not angels. Yeah, and the word, even the Hare Krishna mantra itself is a double-edged sword. It heals, the mantra heals the good, and it destroys evil. Or it cures diseases. It destroys diseases. It cures the person. It destroys the diseases. So it's a two-edged sword. If Sodom and Gomorrah had been good cities, like godly cities, when the angels recited their language, which is Sanskrit, the language of angels, it would have prospered them because they were angels. Satan punishes, angels bless. But yeah. So I'm trying to think of. I think that's pretty much what I want to say for now. If I want to talk more, I'll talk more during my chanting. And if you want to call me a blasphemer, it's really too bad. So let me remind you, the only command, or two commands, and I'm strictly talking to Christians. Two commands that God gave you is love your God and love your neighbor. Who are your neighbors? Even a cockroach can be your neighbor. And that's from a Sanatana Dharma perspective. Think about that for a second, please. That's why I don't eat meat. And in Hindu terms, I don't want to eat my father and mother. But yeah. If you're Jewish, you are allowed to eat meat. It's written in the Old Testament. And if you didn't know, I'm talking to Christians now, Jews are special people. Your entire Bible was written by Jews. So their treatment is actually different than a treatment of non-Jews. And this is from godly perspective. I'm not making stuff up here. It's everything that I said is inferenced in the Old Testament. Some even call them chosen people. I don't want to go into that, but yeah. And if you're of the Sanatana Dharma, this is the age of demon gods. Demon gods, once again, are different from demons. Demons are what you see in the news. Although crime or crimes that happen in the outside world are, demon-like. We're talking something that's a lot higher than humans even. Demon gods are higher than humans. And if you didn't know that, and if you have the Sanatana Dharma, let me remind you again that Parikushvit, that's King Parikushvit, when he confronted Kali, and Kali bowed down to Parikushvit to forgive him. Parikushvit forgave Kali. Just think about that for it. He didn't get rid of Kali. Parikushvit was aware that this is the age of this is Kali Yuga. So and we're talking demon gods who actually are, I would say, about at least 5 times better than humans, if not 20 times better than like an average human being. So that's Kali for you. Yeah. Okay. Nicotine. And so yeah, if you're a Christian and are, kind of dissuaded from hearing me speaking in Sanskrit, it's actually called speaking in tongues. It's the speaking in tongues. There's nothing else that I'm aware of, which is speaking in tongues. And if you're making stuff up about speaking in tongues, keep it to yourself and not to other people. So I'll even say that 2,000 years ago, some Jews actually spoke in tongues, and they spoke Sanskrit. I'm a Jewish Kabbalist, and I read Sanskrit. Think about that. Okay, I'm gonna start more properly here because the order. So Bodhiti, Brahma, or Brahma, depending on what's the actual. I'm gonna look this up. Is it Brahma or Brahma? Brahma. Okay. Rudrakasha, Shiva. I'm doing it in proper circular motion. So Brahma becomes Shiva in the next creation of the universe, which is 21 trillion years from now. Shiva becomes Vishnu, and Vishnu becomes Brahma. That's why I'm doing it in order, because Brahma becomes Shiva again, the child. And that's 21 trillion years from now. And if you're human, you only live up to 120 years if you're really, really, really lucky. And now, think about 1,000 years from that perspective. Now think about 1,000,000 years from that perspective of 120 years longevity. And now think about 1,000,000,000 years from that perspective. And now think about 1,000,000,000,000 years from 120-year perspective. It's a really, really long time. And let me remind you that nothing is forever. Even forever is really not forever. The human mind cannot comprehend 1 trillion years, and we're talking 21 trillion years. A human mind cannot even comprehend 10,000 years. So so we did Brahma, who becomes Shiva, who becomes. And this is the same thing on my neck. Focus, please. Focus for the last time. Okay, so I'll just say Tulasi. That's Vishnu. So if you're a Christian, you're saying, "Oh, blasphemer! There are no 3 gods. There's only 1 God." Well, Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahma are the same person, separated by 3 time cycles of 42 trillion years. And the entire cycle is 42 times 3. 3 times the time cycle. That's 126 trillion years. And the 3 gods, Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahma are the same person or same God. They're just separated by time cycles, 3 time cycles. Because God lives longer than time itself. Time is, from God's perspective, time is, God is 3 times as powerful as time. That's all I'm gonna say. But time does not go backwards, doesn't ever go backwards. Time has no beginning, time has no end. Time does not end. Time had no beginning. It's a circle of 42 trillion years, repeating itself 3 times. So the next universe is gonna be created 21 trillion years from now. We're talking the entire universe kind of collapses after 21 trillion years. And if you think you're crazy, let me remind you that thinking that time had a beginning and time has an end, thinking that is even more crazy, and it's crazier than what I'm talking about. Yeah, time had no beginning. Time is endless. Why? Because time is a circle. That's why. Time goes on and it just goes forward. There's no going backwards. If you could go backwards in time, one, you either did it in your head. Two, let me know, because I don't even think even gods or God could. Time doesn't go backwards. You're time traveling in your head, but thinking that time goes backwards is even crazier than what I'm talking about. Time only goes forward, and it goes on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Never stops. And most Christians are scared away by this thing that I'm holding right now. And so, I'm going to show what it is. This says, that's all it's written there. That's some art. And all that's written there is the mantra. There's nothing else besides art. Flowers in between, if you could see flowers there. But yeah, you see that Sanskrit there, that you are speaking in tongues language, and a lot of Christians are scared. They get scared by it. They say blasphemy. It's like, in the beginning, what's the word? It doesn't specify what the word is. So how are you afraid of speech? How are animals could get scared of languages, or they get upset by it. But as a human being, how are you scared by a language? It's like there's nothing else there besides words and flowers. But that's modern people for you. That's people of Kali Yuga for you. There's pictures, drawings of feet. No, it must be dark magic. And I wear it, I wear this because Sanskrit has the power of protection. The words itself, it's a living language. And if you're a Christian in Revelations, or the Revelation, it says people will speak a new language, living language. Sanskrit is a living language. Think about that for a second. And nobody, as far as I know, has spoken proper Sanskrit for at least 500 years. Chaitanya, and I'm referring to Hindus or those of the Sanatana Dharma, Chaitanya, Sri Chaitanya, spoke Sanskrit perfectly. That's the last instance that I know of. And that's why he was really, really popular. Because if you speak proper Sanskrit, they could only assume that you're either an angel or a saint. takes a lot of brain power to say it. You have to have high IQ to learn Sanskrit. Sanskrit is the hardest language to learn on the face of the earth. We're talking proper Sanskrit, the Sanskrit that was spoken 5,000 years ago. Were people smarter back then? Yes. And if you disagree, oh no, people weren't smarter back then, we have better technology. Just watch the news. See what people are doing, modern people. Like, oh, that's not all people. Well, nicotine. Yeah, once again, Sanskrit is a living language. That's why I wear what I wear, because it protects me and also helps me. Without it, I have a harder time chanting than with it. And that's my point. And, you know, when Yahusha, that's another name, that's the real another name. See how modern people are influencing me? I say mantra instead of mantra. Yahusha, when he comes back, people will learn Sanskrit. And they'll find out how, that people find out that it is the language of angels. I'm talking to Christians here. And that the angels speak it. And how it could even heal the dead, which is what I'm doing. You know, I've suffered a fatal wound in 2019. For those who don't read my bio, I suggest that you do read my bio to know where I'm coming from. Let me remind you again that I'm a Hindu vegetarian, also known as an eggless vegetarian. I don't eat meat at all. I don't eat fish. I don't eat shellfish. I don't even eat eggs. What would I eat, living things for? It's like, oh, people of your race all eat meat. They can't stop eating meat. Well, thank you very much for generalizing. Have you seen an East Asian person pronouncing Sanskrit perfectly? Have you ever? Oh, there are Nepali people. Yeah, they don't know how to pronounce Sanskrit correctly. We're talking Ganesha. Find one person for me, please, who could say Ganesha instead of Ganesha. Ganesha is not a word. Ganesha is an elephant god. Nepali people don't eat meat. Most of them, a lot of them anyway. I'm not Nepali, I'm Korean. I was Indian before this body. I'm talking strictly to Hindus. Think about that for a second. If you're a Hindu, if you're of the Sanatana Dharma, I'm telling you that I was Indian before this body. I died in 1977. I was reborn in 1978. And I'm chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. And I'm strictly talking to Hindus. Think about it. Even your scripture says, whoever says the word Krishna properly is not a normal person. It's not I'm abnormal. It's not an average person. That's written in your scripture. I'm understating it. It says something like, "Oh, he's a guru or something." Um, not my. I don't want to talk too much about myself yet, anyway. But just to give you an idea, Krishna. Even a few Christians get scared by that word. It's like, you're a human being. You should be able to process words. Language of angels. Namaste. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, and all the stuff that I showed you. Bodhiti, Dudra, Kusha, and Tulasi. These are all just plants. They're not like, the Rudra Kusha that I'm wearing could be plastic. I don't know. I can't tell if it's genuine or not. But those are just plants, and I'm talking to Christians. He's wearing like black magic stuff. It's like Bodhiti is a plant. Rudrakusha is a plant in India. Tulasi is also a plant in India, and in English it's tulsi. People drink tulsi tea. That tulsi. So and if you still call that black magic, I don't know what to say to you. It's like I'm wearing plant things. It's like, oh dark magic plants. Oh, go eat your meat. No, I'm not talking to Jews. Jews are allowed to eat meat. I don't know about Christians though. The entire Bible was written by Jews. Oh yeah. And if you're a Christian, you're supposed to be fasting a lot more than the Hindus anyway. Like a lot of Hindus fast twice a month, and that's more than a lot of Christians combined, which is kind of backwards. Your Lord Yahusha fasted for 40 days. No other prophets have fasted 40 days as a form of devotion to God. And Yahusha specifically said, when the groom is taken from the bride will fast. The groom is Yahusha. The groom is not here yet. Yahusha is not here yet. Why aren't you not fasting? Why are you not fasting? Sorry. Damn, my fatal injury. Yeah, you should be fasting. Christians eat better than all the other religions combined nowadays. That's really kind of backwards. Your Lord set an example. Yahusha set an example for you. He fasted 40 days. And he himself declared, when he is taken away, you will fast. You must have a fatal condition like me. I'm not I can't fast because of my condition. If I were a normal, if I were normal, then I will fast at least twice a month, which is what Hindus do. A lot of Hindus anyway. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I could hear it now. Blasphemer of my religion, my precious Christianity. My religion is blaspheming my religion. That's the modern world for you. I'm glad that I don't have too many people watching me at the moment. I'm telling you the truth. You can't handle the truth. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I chant for like half an hour, and then I'll have brunch. I eat twice a day, brunch and dinner, and then I'll come back and finish my chants. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And let me remind you again, I don't know how many times I'll remind people, everything that I do is so that I could survive, that I could live. I'm escaping death at the moment. And this is what I do to escape death every single day. If I didn't do it, if I didn't do what I do every day, except for reading Sanskrit, I don't read Sanskrit on Saturdays. That's a lot of work. And Saturdays are Sabbath day for me. So, and I feel it the next day. It's like, oh, I didn't read my Sanskrit. I'm hurting more than before, That's why I do everything that I do. I don't do what I do for pious reasons. I don't do what I do for religious reasons. I don't even do what I do to help the world. I have to do what I do, or else I'm gonna die. That's why I do what I do. So, and Sanskrit is that powerful. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If you're a Christian wondering what I'm chanting, what is it, you're speaking in tongues, you must translate. It doesn't benefit us. Hare is the female form of Hari. Hari means God, another name for God. Hare is, so you could translate it to holy or something if you're a Christian. Krishna literally means black or dark. So it's holy black, holy black. Rama is a name of an angel. It has two other invocations if you're a Hindu. If you're a Hindu, it's Rama and Balarama and Parashurama. And in Christian case, it's Parashurama. That's the name of the angel. You're invoking the angel, like not just any angel. It's higher than an archangel. That's all I'm gonna say. It's the highest angel, and you're invoking that angel. It's holy, holy, black, and then holy, the highest angel, holy, the highest angel. Hare is the female form of Hari. Hari actually means it's another name for God. God has 1,000 names at least. God has many names. So invoking God and if there's a such thing as a white God and a black God, you're calling on the black God. But it's Krishna is also another name for God. So you're saying, holy God, holy angel, the highest angel, not just any angel. This is an angel that's lived for a few million years on the earth. So, and no other being that I know of besides Markandeya. I don't even know if Narada is still alive. These are all names of angels. If you're a Hindu, you might say, oh, well, what is an angel? Well, that's what Christians believe in, angel. They believe in angels. So, in Hindu terms, there are munis, muni. Muni is a form of a perfected yogi. Like Yahusha was a perfected yogi. And that's why he did what he did, raising the dead and curing the sick and raising himself from the dead, being dead. I hope I've explained everything. Yeah, there is a connection between the different, different religions. There are connections. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If you're a Hindu, by saying Rama, you're triggering all the people of the name of Rama, which is Shri Rama and Shri Balarama, and also Shri Parashurama. It's really good for you, is what I'm trying to say. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, by chanting the mantra, you're basically being a telephone ring for God. Telephone ring to say, God, please pick it up, please pick it up. I'm not gonna stop ringing until you pick it up. That's what I'm doing here. I'm a telephone ring for God to calling God. A telephone ring for calling God. That's what the mantra is. That's another explanation. So if I sound like a telephone ring, well, that's what I'm doing. I'm saying, God, please come back. God, please come back. Pick up the phone call, please. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is a joke. Don't take it seriously. Don't take anything I say seriously. I'm either ranting, or you're making a joke. Right now I'm making a joke. So I'm saying, God, please pick it up. God, please pick up your phone call. Please pick up your phone call. And if not, please let the highest angel pick up your phone call. Please, the highest angel pick up your phone call. That's what the mantra says. That's a joke, but It's close to, it's kind of close to the truth. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If you're not gonna pick up your phone call, let your angel, highest angel, pick up the phone call. Please pick up the phone call. Otherwise, let your highest servant pick up the phone call. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So yeah, once again, if you're a Christian, Hare is the female, and in the Old Testament, God is male and female. God made men from the image of God. Male and female, He created them. So Hare is the female part of God. Krishna is a male part of God. Hare is female part of God. Rama is another name for God. We're speaking in tongues here, the language of angels. So you're actually saying the entire form of God by reciting the mantra. And I'm strictly talking to Christians. God is male and female. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And I have a theory about, this. The reason why I'm able to speak Sanskrit in its proper pronunciation uh, is one, I used drugs to accomplish that. Weed and shrooms specifically, not any other drugs. All drugs are medicine, all medicine is temporary. And two, because I am near death. That's why I'm able to speak Sanskrit in its proper pronunciation. On the brink of death. One has no choice but to speak the language of angels. And some people anyway, a few people like me. In the Hindu tradition, Sanatana Dharma tradition, a king died and he said the word, he spoke in tongues. He said, Narayano, 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 and he instantly went to heaven. He didn't go to hell. The angels who came to take that king, down to hell, heard Narayano, just speaking in tongues if you're a Christian. And what is Narayana? It literally means perfected God. God in its perfect form. And the angels, the servants of death, came to take him to hell, and they heard the word Narayana, and they took him to heaven instead. Sanskrit is that powerful if you pronounce it correctly. And if you're of the Sanatana Dharma, it's not Narayana. Narayana is not even a word. It's not a Sanskrit word at all. It's Narayana. The tongue should touch the roof of the mouth when you say no. And when you say no, when the tongue touches the roof of the mouth, it's very hard to say no. That's not natural. It's no. Narayana, Narayana, Narayana. And if you're enlightened, if you're a Hindu, Sanatana time, or any other religion, are enlightened by that, hearing that word Narayana, congratulations. That's if if that either took you to liberation or closer, one step closer to liberation, just by hearing that word, you're really blessed. I'm not that blessed yet. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now I'm speaking to atheists. If atheists are watching this video up to now, first of all, congratulations and thank you. And if you've seen Ghostbusters, I'm talking to atheists here. If you're a Christian or Hindu, don't listen to me. Don't call me a blasphemer. In psychology, when you put feelings into words, it subjectifies them. The feelings lose all its power. So when you say Krishna literally means black, you're subjugating, you're subjectifying darkness or sickness or the diseases. You're biased, and Sanskrit it's incomparable to any other language on the face of the earth. It's a living language. So when you say Krishna, you're really subjectifying the demons, because you're calling them out. You're saying monster in Sanskrit, basically. And I said Ghostbusters because it literally traps them. Demons are trapped by the word Krishna because you're subjectifying them. You're calling them out. You're trapping them into that Ghostbuster trap. You're using that plasma gun when you say the word Krishna, and you're trapping them into the Ghostbusters trap. I forget what the trap is actually called. But that's what you're actually doing. And I'm speaking strictly to atheists. So, you're subjectifying demons and putting them into a trap by the same word, Krishna. It's not Krishna. Now I'm talking to Hindus. Krishna is not even a word. It's not a Sanskrit word. Krishna spells differently in Devanagari than Krishna. And it's not Krishna. It's Krishna. Krishna or Krishna is not a Sanskrit word at all. It's being gibberish as far as Sanskrit is concerned. And if you don't know that, I shouldn't blame you for it, because even in the Hindu scriptures says people will not speak Sanskrit anymore. People spoke Sanskrit 5,000 years ago. And once again, were people better back then? Yes. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So yeah, if you're an atheist, you could still chant this. Just call it your if you're atheist, what would you call this? I'm doing a, I'm subjectifying negativity by a powerful language called Sanskrit, a living language. And it's more effective. It's incomparable to all the other languages. All the other languages are gibberish compared to Sanskrit. So you're using It's if you're an atheist, Sanskrit is the computer programming language for this reality. Think about that for a second. If you're an atheist, the Sanskrit is the computer programming language for this reality. This world was built on Sanskrit, is what I'm trying to say here. And if you're a Christian, in the beginning was the word, the Sanskrit is the computer programming language for this reality. And that's if you're an atheist. I think all other religions could benefit from hearing that, but specifically to atheists, Sanskrit is really that powerful. It has a direct heart connection to the brain. So eventually, you won't even need to know the meaning of Sanskrit words. It just goes straight to the brain, programs it. Hypnosis. Hypnosis doesn't even compare to listening to Sanskrit. It's incomparable. That's what I'm trying to say here. It's whatever hypnosis that you've experienced, or it's nothing compared to hearing Sanskrit. So if you're hearing me chanting, I'm programming you, I'm hypnotizing you. And that's for atheists. Yeah, everybody could do this. Everybody. No, it doesn't matter what religion you are. And if that religion is against words, it's like, like if you're a human being, you should be able to process speech. Like animals get frightened by certain words sometimes. Not all animals, but you're not an animal, not anymore. Not in this life. You're a human being. So speech and in human beings, like they're like soulmates. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. There's even a record of a dog saying the word Krishna 500 years ago, and that's in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Charitamrita. That's it means the life of Lord Chaitanya, and he was another Hindu Indian saint 500 years ago, and he taught people how to say the word Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. And a dog heard it, and the dog said Krishna, and the next day the dog disappeared. And according to Chaitanya, disappeared from the face of the earth. And Chaitanya, people were asking, where did the dog go? I feel so sad. Chaitanya replied, he went to heaven because he said the word Krishna. And the dog said it properly. And that's a dog, that's an animal. If a person if a human being is scared by this mantra, I don't know what to say. Like that's a mystery to me. Someone has to explain to me. Like, this is the reason why they got so scared. Not all human beings, but I've seen enough examples by now that it's a double-edged sword. It heals, and it destroys. It heals the good, destroys the evil. So, I'm gonna finish this round, which will take me like 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna have brunch and dinner. Think about it. The body uses a lot of energy when you're processing food. So if you're sick, eat a little less, because the body will have energy to heal you. The common misconception is that, I'm sick, I must eat more. Well, that could possibly make you sicker. But if you little less while you're sick, it has the power to heal you. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, not eating at all is no good. Eating too much, on the other hand, is no good. Eating a little is the best. And if you're a yogi, that's the way, eating a little. So I eat twice a day. I try to eat little. It's not easy for me. So, I know how hard that is. In my fatal condition, it's no longer fatal. I'm just sustaining, sustained fatality. Sustained fatality. In my current condition, Um, yeah, it's not easy, but I'm trying. At least I'm trying. So maybe I'll tell people try if you can. Why? Because it's good for you. That's why. Good for your body. It's good for your body to uh, eat a little. However, a little translates to you is up to you. But mm, eating too much is no good. Eating not at all is no good. Eating a little is the best if you can manage it. So I guess find your medium somewhere. Go from there. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yeah, and so right now I'm eating, and in between meals I drink like really sugary drinks. I'm addicted to nicotine and sugary drinks like Fanta soda, like Fanta orange, things like that. Um, I drink those things in between, and also drink milk in between too. Chocolate milk. It has to be sweet. I'm addicted to sweet things. I don't eat anything though. Solid food, I mean. But eventually, as my condition gets better, it'll allow me to stop consuming so much sugary drinks, and uh, I'll stop drinking chocolate milk. I'll drink chocolate milk a little less, and probably not in between meals. And that's how you would know that I'm improved. My condition is improving, is by showing you by example that I don't eat between these two meals. But right now, I'm consuming sugary drinks and chocolate milk in between meals whenever I feel like it. But two solid food meals per day for me, and I'm trying to eat uh, less than before, and trying to get to whatever means a little is for me. I want to eat a little. That's my goal, and I want to do this for my body. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The Hare Krishna devotees fast twice a month, or at least they're supposed to. They fast on the day called Ekadashi. Ekadashi literally means the 11th. What it means is the 11th. They go by the lunar calendar, moon calendar, and it's the 11th day from the new moon, or the 11th day from the full moon. And the reason being is that on the 11th day from the new moon or the full moon is when your body craves food the least. It's called Ayurvedic. It's taking advantage of the fact that that day is when the body is the least hungry, and you're utilizing that to your own spiritual advantage. So you could heal a lot if you fast on Ekadashi, if you could manage it. Some Hindus, you should definitely not eat rice or grains. So some Hindus eat fruits and vegetables, or just fruits. Potatoes, okay. Potato is a vegetable. It's not rice or grain. I don't know about corn. I don't think corn is like an American thing, or Native American thing. So not too sure about corn, but I think corn is also okay. But rice and grains you should definitely avoid on Ekadashi. Ekadashi on the that's the 11th day from the full moon and the new moon. Why would you should do it? Because it's Ayurvedic. It helps the body. That's when the body is the least hungry. Because during full moon there's the energy is the highest. During the new moon the energy is the lowest, and even atheists feel it. So trust me. So on the 11th day from the new moon or the full moon, if you're going through a lot of struggles, and if you could manage to fast on those days, and especially if you're a Christian and are wondering which days to fast, that's a really good day to fast for you. It's twice a month. Yahusha wants you to fast, and he even said, the disciples couldn't drive a set of demons from a person 2,000 years ago. The disciples, Yahusha's disciples, came to Yahusha, and they asked, they asked him to drive them out, and Yahusha drove them out, drove the demons out. And the disciples asked, why couldn't we drive them out? Why could you, And Yahusha replied, this kind can only come out by prayer and fasting. And I'm not a Christian, but that sounds really, really, really special to me. So, just to show that I'm not making stuff up here. And you should do everything for your own good. Don't torture your bodies. Don't self-castigation or self-discipline is needed, but not to the point of torture. If it's producing diseases or or the like sickness, that's not really for you. It's for someone else. So there's a God in you, and you should empower that God, not torture that God. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm starting to be more and more like myself on my own channel, which is because I used, when you're an actor, even an extra actor, professional extra, you have directors or second directors tell you what to do. They tell you exactly what to do. So I'm used to that. I'm not used to the setting where it's like nobody's telling me what should I do? God, what should I do? Be my director. I ask in Yahusha's name, please. That sort of thing. So I'm starting to realize that there are no directors here. This is my own channel, and I'm doing more and more of being myself. I'm not myself yet. So, no, I'll get there one day. I'll be myself on my own channel. It's like who is he acting for? His own channel. Like who's his director? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Yeah, if you're a professional extra, they call them second ADs. That's second assistant directors that tell you what to do. Sometimes the first AD, the first assistant directors, he walks over and he goes, you should do this, you should do that. It's kind of, it happens. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Yeah, I miss being a professional extra. That's if you're in the film industry, that's a SAG extra. I can't say the word extra anymore because of my injury. It's really sad. It's kind of what is it? Karmic like. So I can't say the word extra anymore. If you're I really miss being SAG extra on TV shows and movies. That was that was so much fun. And that's the only gripe that I have in my life right now. It's the gripe. So if I do heal from my fatal injury, that's what I'll do again. No, I could do it forever. That's all I want. I don't even want to be a celebrity. I'm happy being a professional extra. You still get your face time sometimes. You still get featured if you're lucky. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Someone might say, don't talk about the film industry so much, you're letting out the secret. Yeah, I'll try not to talk about it. I respect the film industry more than anything else. Blasphemer! Once you're on Netflix, according to some people that I used to know, it's forever, Okay. I was on other things too. ABC, NBC, Hulu, Amazon Prime. All as an extra, so I don't have any credits for it, but I was working full time for 7 years. Full time as a professional extra for 3.5 years. Full time as a non-SAG. That's, I wouldn't say amateur, still make money. But just regular extra for 3.5 years, and a professional extra for 3.5 years after that. Yeah, life of an extra is really, really hard. But life of a professional extra, it's like I can't think of any other job on earth that compares to it. It's incomparable. Just like Sanskrit is incomparable to all the other languages. It's incomparable. Sanskrit is a living language. You pay respects to it because it might harm you if you don't. No, that's a joke. But Sanskrit is like a cat. You treat it with respect and dignity and what have you. No, that's like the being a professional extra. The life of a professional extra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And once again, I miss it more than anything else on the face of the earth at the moment. It might change, but that's also sad, Me not thinking about the film industry anymore because of what happened it's pretty sad if you ask me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, people might ask, why are you able to speak Sanskrit perfectly, but your English is like a little off? Well, I'm on the brink of death. On the brink of death, one has no choice but to speak Sanskrit perfectly, or he might die. That's why. Yeah. And it takes a lot of effort for me to speak. I don't speak another language as fluently as English. I do speak other languages, but they're not as fluent as I speak English. I could read Sanskrit perfectly, but that's because I'm on the brink of death. It's not unnatural for someone to speak Sanskrit in its perfect pronunciation if you don't know what that means, I don't know what to say to you, but what I'm doing right now, even right now, forget the Sanskrit readings. What I'm doing right now is not natural. It's not an average thing to do. And why are you able to do this? Well, I'm on the brink of death, so God must have some love. God must love me a little because I'm trying to survive by using Sanskrit. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And yeah, I'm not pious, I'm not religious, I'm not doing this for religious reasons. I'm not even trying to, by helping yourself helps the world. That's what I'm doing. But let me remind you, my name is, besides Jeremy Vimes, my YouTube name, Twitch name is Mr. Pig. Mr. Pig. That's not a name I made up myself. It was given to me by people who know me very, very, very well. I'm Mr. Pig. How can I be pious if I'm Mr. Pig? It's like, Saint Mr. Pig. Doesn't really fit well if you think about it. It's the holiest Saint Mr. Pig. Blasphemy. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I wanted to be Mr. Cat, but my friend said, "You know who you are." And I said, "Oh yes, I know. I'm a pig. Call me Mr. Pig, please, because that hurts a little less." Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Sorry. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's like 2 hours and 18 minutes. Every time I do this, I'm making like a movie length production of some sort. Every time I do it, it's like 2-3 hours, sometimes 4 hours, sometimes an hour and a half. An hour and 45 minutes is what I like. It's a pretty good length for a movie, I think. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. For those of you who are watching my Sanskrit reading videos, I'm gonna try to limit them to an hour and 45 minutes. The chanting sessions, I can't help. The fastest I could chant is like 3 hours. And that's if I'm chanting really, really fast. So right now it's taking me almost 4 hours. And with the added conversations, it's probably 4 hours. And I think in the future it might even go down to 2 hours and a half. So with the added conversation, with the mantra chanting and the Kabbalah prayer combined, it'll be like 3 hours, or 3 to 3.5 hours, or something like that. So, oh well, it's a long movie. That's all my videos. All my videos are long movies. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. So I'm gonna have brunch. Namaste. So let me remind you, the only vice that I use is nicotine. I don't ever plan to use drugs again. I don't ever plan to drink again until Yahusha comes back to celebrate. And I probably won't drink either, I don't think. But yeah, I did use drugs at some point in my life. One, to survive from my fatal wound. Weed and shrooms could heal you, believe it or not. And two, to familiarize myself with Sanskrit. They have helped. Like weed has really helped me to familiarize myself with the language of Sanskrit. And I don't need them anymore, and I can't use them anymore. I graduated from smoking weed. I got a certificate from, the graduation of smoking weed. And I got a certificate of graduation from using shrooms. I'm done. That's what I'm trying to say here. I graduated from using shrooms. I graduated from using weed. I got a certificate for, of graduation for smoking weed, and I also have a certificate of graduation from using weed, shrooms. So, I've mastered it. I'm done with it. So, nicotine and Fanta orange, and chocolate milk. Those are my vices at the moment. They make me happy. So, and I think those are better for you than the others I mentioned, depending on what situation you're in. There's a time for everything. That's from the Old Testament. Namaste. Thank you. I'll be back in say half an hour, because I have to do what I have to do. If I don't do what I do, I will die. So I don't have a choice. So it's not that I'm being lazy. I'm just being more like myself. There's I thought there was a second AD telling me what to do, but apparently there's nobody but me. There's it's just me. So I'm trying to be myself more and more on my own channel. Sounds a little ridiculous even, but that's what I'm trying to do. It's like be myself, be yourself. Yeah, I'm trying. It's not easy with the fatal wound. So my fatal wound, I'll describe it once more. I'll stop describing it when I feel that it's adequate for people to process what I'm going through. I have 7 processors in my brain. One of the processors died, and what does that mean? A whole lot of pain. Lethal pain times 20 is that's what it means. And yeah, that's all I'll say about that. If I speak more, they'll really call me a blasphemer. The Christians. So there you go. Thank you very much. Namaste, namaste. See you in half an hour. And that is if you're watching Twitch. I put this on YouTube. I figured out how to make it HD on YouTube Premiere. I like to premiere all my videos on YouTube instead of just putting them on in there. I like to premiere it. It takes like, if it's like 3 hours long, it takes like 5 hours to process within the YouTube computer system, to make it HD, to premiere it HD. Otherwise, you get a crappy quality premiere, and who wants a crappy quality for your premiere? So YouTube will be watching this about 5 hours from now. Okay, thank you very much. See you soon.